Sick of seeing about Chrisean in this fight. I mean, it's on every app. I didn't watch because I could give a less. Until that go help that mother baby, I don't want to see a thing that she do. And don't say, how do you know she ain't helping the baby? The baby is 3 years old. The baby still can't walk, can't talk, can't eat, can't nothing. That's how I know. The baby should have some type of braces on his legs. The baby still sucking a bottle. The baby ain't got she ain't doing nothing for his cross eyes, his vision, or nothing. So that's how I know. I raised 7 kids. I should know when a child is getting sick. Well, my mother granddaughter just turned 1 and she been walking. That baby don't even got no special shoes on his feet. He ain't gonna have no muscle mass in his arms to even wheel a wheelchair on his own. What is she gonna do? Throw him over her arm when it's time for him to go to prom? Is she gonna carry this mother baby around for the rest of his mother life? I mean, I don't understand how it's cheering for this. I'm side-eyeing all you mother that's cheering for her. I swear I'm side-eyeing you motherfucker. Because the way y'all cheering for her that's walking around with a handicapped baby, I'm starting to think the baby is some type of industry plant or something. Because the way nobody is doing nothing to help this baby, nobody's stepping up, CPS ain't getting involved, ain't nobody getting involved, and this baby is just suffering. He's just alive. That's it. Because ain't no way he 3 years old and still sucking a bottle, still can't walk, still can't talk. He still sound like a newborn when he's crying. And y'all cheering this fake ass mother fight. I didn't see the fight. I seen the clip. Y'all cheering on this. Y'all, the internet truly shows me the world. And it truly shows me how y'all think out here in the world. I don't know if some of you are NPCs or what. Because y'all just can't be real life human beings. I'm so sick of seeing about...
The internet doesn't just create stories. Sometimes it builds storms. And right now, one name is at the center of it all. Chrisean Rock. It started quietly. A few posts, a couple of comments. Then suddenly, it was everywhere. People weren't just gossiping anymore. They were asking questions, dangerous ones. What if there's more going on behind the scenes? Because when it comes to Hollywood, people already believe one thing. Nothing is ever as innocent as it looks, and that's where the rumors took a darker turn. Some online voices began claiming that Chrisean's child baby Junior wasn't just caught in the spotlight, but somehow part of something deeper, something hidden, something unsettling. Now let's be clear, these are allegations spreading online, not confirmed facts. But that didn't stop the internet from running with it, because once a narrative like this starts, it doesn't slow down. It explodes. Clips began resurfacing. Old interviews. Strange moments caught on live streams. People started analyzing everything, her tone, her actions, even the smallest details, and suddenly, nothing felt normal anymore. Every smile was questioned, every decision was picked apart, and every moment with her baby turned into a debate. Some said she was just a young mother navigating fame under pressure. Others weren't so forgiving. They believed something wasn't right, that something felt off. And in the world of viral content, perception can quickly become reality. The phrase Hollywood sacrifice started trending in certain corners of the internet, usually tied to conspiracy theories about fame, power, and what people are willing to give up to stay on top. Again, no proof, just speculation. But speculation spreads faster than truth, and the more people talked, the more intense it became, because now it wasn't just about Chrisean anymore. It was about the baby, and once a child is involved, emotions shift instantly. People become louder, more protective, more suspicious, and that's exactly what happened. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Some are defending her fiercely, others demanding answers she never publicly gave, and in the middle of it all, a mother under a microscope. But here's the part that really changed everything. It wasn't just random users anymore. Influencers, bloggers, even small media pages started picking up the story, adding fuel. Adding theories, adding pressure. And suddenly, what started as whispers turned into a full-blown narrative, one that refuses to go away. So the question is, how did it get this far? And more importantly, what actually happened behind the scenes that made people believe something this serious in the first place? Because in part 2, we're diving deeper into the moments that sparked the suspicion. The clips, the reactions, and the exact timeline that turned a young mother's life into one of the internet's most controversial conversations. If part 1 was the spark, then this. This is where the fire actually started spreading. Because the internet didn't just wake up one day and decide to question Chrisean Rock. No, it built up. Piece by piece, moment by moment, and it all traces back to a series of clips that people still can't stop replaying. It began with live streams. At first, nothing seemed unusual, just Chrisean being herself, raw and unfiltered, letting the world into her life in real time. But then, viewers started noticing things. Small things, the kind you'd normally ignore. But on the internet, nothing stays small for long. There were moments where her energy shifted, suddenly laughing one second, distant the next. Moments where people felt the baby wasn't being handled with the care they expected. Again, nothing confirmed. Just perceptions. But perception, that's everything online. One clip in particular started circulating heavily. In it, viewers claimed something felt off, not something you could easily explain. Just a feeling, and feelings are dangerous when millions of people share them at once. That's when the edits began. Slow motion, cuts. Zoom ins. Voiceovers add dramatic tension. What was once a regular live stream moment turned into something that looked suspicious, and suddenly, people weren't just watching anymore. They were investigating. Old videos resurfaced, moments from before the baby was even born, interviews, arguments, emotional breakdowns. People started connecting. Whether they were actually connected or not, and the more dots they drew, the clearer the picture seemed to them. But here's where things took a sharp turn. The conversation shifted from concern to conspiracy. The phrase Hollywood sacrifice didn't just appear randomly. It came from a long-standing belief that fame comes with hidden costs, that celebrities are involved in things the public doesn't fully understand. Again, there is no verified evidence supporting that idea in this case, but once that narrative entered the chat, everything changed. Now, every clip wasn't just a clip. It was evidence. Every action wasn't just a mistake. It was intentional. And every silence, that became the loudest part of all. Because while the internet got louder, Chrisean didn't immediately respond to these specific claims, and that silence, people filled it themselves. Some said she was ignoring the noise because it was ridiculous. Others believed the silence meant something deeper, that maybe she couldn't respond. And just like that, two completely different realities began to form online. One where she's simply a young mother under extreme pressure, and another where something much darker is being hidden. Neither side is willing to back down. Then came the reaction videos. Influencers are stepping in, giving their takes, breaking down clips frame by frame, asking questions in bold titles. Why does this look like that? Did you catch this moment? What is she really doing? Each video is pulling in more viewers. More opinions. More speculation. And with every upload, the narrative grew stronger. Because repetition builds belief. And belief spreads faster than facts. But one moment, one specific moment, pushed everything into overdrive. It was a clip that seemed normal at first glance. Nothing dramatic, nothing extreme. But the way it was edited and the captions placed over it told a completely different story. Suddenly, people weren't just questioning her behavior. They were questioning her intentions. And once intention gets questioned, that's when things become serious. Because now, it wasn't just about what people saw. It was about what they believed she meant. And belief doesn't need proof to feel real. At this point, the conversation had completely left reality for some viewers, theories became more detailed. More extreme. Some even started referencing unrelated celebrity stories, trying to tie everything together into one bigger narrative about Hollywood itself. And that's how these things grow. They stop being about one person and start becoming about an entire system, a system people already don't trust. Meanwhile, in real life, there was still a baby, still a mother, still a situation far more complex than any 30-second clip could capture. But complexity doesn't go viral. Simplicity does. And the simplest version of the story was the most extreme one. That's what people clicked on. That's what people shared. That's what kept showing up on timelines again and again and again. Until it felt unavoidable. And then something else happened. People who had never even followed Chrisean before started forming strong opinions. That's how you know a story has crossed a line. When strangers feel like they understand everything. From fragments, from edits. From assumptions. And now the pressure wasn't just online. It was everywhere. Because once a narrative reaches this level, it doesn't stay contained. It spills into real life, real consequences, real judgments, real impact. So the question isn't just what are people saying, it's what does all this attention actually do to someone in the middle of it? Because in part 3, we're not just looking at the internet anymore, we're looking at the fallout, the pressure. And what happens when a viral narrative starts affecting real lives in ways nobody can control. Because by this point, it's no longer just a story. It's a storm, and someone is standing right in the center of it. By now, this wasn't just internet noise anymore. It was pressure. Real pressure. And it was closing in on Chrisean Rock from every direction. Because when millions of people are watching you, questioning you, analyzing every second of your life, there's no off switch. No escape. And that's the part the internet rarely talks about, what it feels like to be in the middle of it. Because behind every viral clip, every slowed down video, every caption filled with accusations, there's still a real person living through it in real time. And in this case, a mother with a child who never chose the spotlight, but somehow ended up at the center of one of the internet's most intense conversations. Now pause for a second, because this is where things get complicated. The narrative that exploded online, it was built on speculation, on interpretations, on the feelings people had while watching edited moments, not confirmed facts, not verified evidence. And yet, it spread faster than anything else. That's the power of a story that taps into fear. Because once people believe something could be true, they start seeing it everywhere, even when it isn't. And that's exactly what happened here. Every new post added more weight. Every reaction added more noise, until the original question, what's really going on, got buried under something much louder. Assumptions. Judgments. Conclusions made without full context. Meanwhile, life didn't pause. There were still real moments happening off camera, moments no one online could fully see. No edits. No captions. Just reality. And reality is never as simple as a viral theory. But the internet doesn't reward complexity. It rewards certainty, even when that certainty is built on nothing solid. So the narrative kept growing, even without proof, even without confirmation.